Hi, I'm Cal. This is my son Ryan. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you've received a letter from us, which means you have a property scheduled for property tax auction somewhere in California. We just wanted to introduce ourselves to you and let you know that we're real people. And also, rather than telling you what great people we are, we thought we would let you hear from some of the people that we've worked with in the past.
Now, stick around to the very end of the video because we'll go over the top 5 ways to stop your property from being auctioned off for the back taxes. You'll want to stick around for that. Hey, we're here with Claudia from Kingsburg, and this is someone that we worked with this last year, and I wanted to get her testimonial. And so basically, for people who are considering working with us, who don't know us yet, what advice, what input would you have for them?
I would say definitely give them a call. If you're stuck in a situation that you think you can't get out of, these are the guys to call because they're very honest and they'll help you no matter what end result you get. They will help you, whether it's making a loan with you or finding the right people to get you out of the situation that you're in. They'll be the guys to do it.
Now, with you ended up staying in the home, right?
I ended up staying in my home.
Right.
I didn't actually make a business, deal with you guys, but your dad stayed up all night trying to figure out a way for me to be able to save my home, and I saved my home.
And I was going to say, we found a way.
And you found a way, yes. You didn't actually work with me, but you worked to help me.
Right.
And if it wasn't for you guys, my children and I wouldn't have a home right now to be in. So, yes, you guys are the guys to go to.
Well, wonderful.
Very trustworthy, too.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you being willing to
No problem. Anytime.
Come and record yourself
No
and
problem.
all that stuff. So yeah, I think that's everything.
All right, sounds good.
All right, well, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
All right, well, I am here with Audrey Viney from Sacramento, California. We partnered on a deal this last year in Sacramento, and I'm actually here with my dad, giving her check after it was all said and done. And so I'm here now that it's all said and done, and you see how it played out, and you know what other offers you got, you know how the other people were presenting their offers to you. Now that it's all said and done, how do you feel that we treated you? How did the deal work out? What would you say about me and my dad and how we do everything?
Yeah, for the first question, I feel that the deal worked out very well for the position I was in. And secondly, I think you guys did a wonderful job on the home. It's beautiful. And another thing, you was fair with everything. You explained everything to me from A to Z. You was very patient, and I love that. You wasn't really fast talking and trying to hurry me up. You didn't do that. I really appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy.
Well, good. Anyone who's thinking about working with us, what advice would you have for them if they were not sure if they should work with us or someone else? What would you?
I would say 100% work with them. With the other people that I dealt with or came into contact with, I would choose you guys all over again.
Okay, well, good. One thing that my dad and I pray for when we're sending letters out, when we're making phone calls, when we knock on people's doors, or whatever it is, we pray that God will bring us into deals with people, that it'll be a blessing both ways. And
yeah.
In all honesty, this was one deal that didn't turn out as well as either of us had hoped. And so we were concerned, my dad and I were concerned that when Audrey saw how it all played out, that she was going to regret having worked with us. Because, the project just took longer, it took more money, everything, the profits were less than we all anticipated. And so we were just concerned that you're going to be angry at us.
Oh, no.
Actually.
No.
But to see, another thing that we believe is that if you treat people honestly and with respect, that it works out well. And
exactly.
This was one that we weren't sure if even honesty and respect was going to pull out.
No, the honesty and respect worked. And like you say, everything when you start from A to Z, sometimes it's not like it might not be. But I'm happy what we end up doing, and I appreciate everything you did for me. So don't worry about it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, really.
Well, thank you. I actually was grateful because a lot of the people that we work with, they, I want to say it as gracefully as possible, they are impatient. They want to know what's going on. Tell me everything, every second, every day. And,
right.
And you weren't that way, so you were a pleasure to work with.
Thank you. Thank you.
But so thank you. I just wanted to have your testimonial, and
sure.
I appreciate you doing this for us.
Anytime, anytime.
All right. Well, I'm a hugger.
Okay,
And so
sure.
is my dad. So
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks,
thank you.
Kyle. We appreciate meeting you guys.
Our pleasure.
Well, hey, we're here with Mary Jane Carrasco, and the biggest reason that I wanted to come and get her testimonial is because one of the things that we put in our letters that we mail out and in the way that we do business is that even if we don't end up doing a deal together, we'll end up helping you. We'll advise you. We'll help you in a way that we can. And Mary Jane's one of the I'd say the poster child for that exactly. In fact, I don't know if she's going to volunteer this, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We said we won't charge you. We'll just help you, and we'll help you figure out whatever you need to. And
That's true.
And she called me and asked, "Hey, what is this worth? I need to give you something, I said, yeah, just don't worry about it. And repeatedly, she wouldn't stop, to the point that she ended up sending me a check in the mail. And I won't say how much it was for, but it was unasked for. In fact, I refused it as much as possible. But she ended
That's
up just
true.
mailing me a check. And so, anyway, a lot of times people don't practice what they preach, and so I just wanted to come have you hear someone give you their opinion of us after dealing with us. So, so you are my favorite one that I've worked with before.
Oh, praise the Lord. Thank you. Thank you.
Because really, my dad and I felt like we just needed to help you, and there wasn't a way that we could end up working together per se, but we helped you the best that we could. And
Yes,
so,
definitely.
So most of it was done by the phone, and us dealing with the county and calling you and stuff. So actually, this is the first time I've even met her. And when I first got here, we gave each other a hug because it
Oh,
feels like
yes.
we already know each other. So
I feel he feels like family. You guys do.
yeah.
And I believe they were my angels. I really believe in the Lord, and the Lord brought them to me because when his dad came to the door, I was sick and I never get sick, but he was really sweet. I just felt that spirit of the Lord, and the same I felt with Ryan when I talked to him on the phone. And I believe that nothing is by chance, and I think they were here to help me, which they have. And I thank them for that. I believe they're my angels even now. So
Well, we consider you family as well. So I don't know if you're a hugger, but I am.
I am. Oh,
So-
yeah. But not only that, but you know what? Psychologically, I'm going to be 75, and it helps me. I've never been to a psychiatrist or anything like that, but they've been my help, and talking on the phone when I get lonely or something, I call Ryan. Ryan, such and such happened, and they've been there 100%. And it's such a blessing. I really believe, I think I told them without knowing they were going to be recording me, that I believe they're my angels, the Lord's angels. I really believe in that. So they've been guiding me. It's been 2 years, right?
I think
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the second year.
Second year, and they have been there for me, so I praise the Lord for that.
Thank you.
And your dad and your mom. I even met your mom on the phone. She's such a blessing too. So
Well, anyone who's considering working with us, if they're on the fence, if they're not sure what they should do, what would you recommend that they do?
I would recommend they exactly help you with. They'll help them with whatever you need, and they can even call me and I can give references because I've got good references. But
Well, thank you.
yeah, that would be. You'd be blessed. You really would be blessed if you believe in the Lord, and which I do. And they would help you, even if if you don't hire them. Still, they'll help you. You can call them anytime, which I did a lot of times, weekends, and they're there to help.
Well, one thing that my dad and I do, and my mom and dad and I do, before we send letters out, before we make phone calls, before we knock on people's doors, we pray that the Lord would guide us to people, that we'd end up working with people that we're supposed to work with, and that it'll be a blessing on both sides. And I can't think of a time, off the top of my head at least, that hasn't been the case. That we've always been happy with the people that we've worked with, and you're no exception to that. So,
I wanted to mention something. I didn't know that you guys had prayed over with the letters and you send out. I felt that anyway before, but now I really appreciate you telling me that, because that's the way I felt, and they really do. The Lord, you work for the Lord. I believe that, and if nothing else, just so they can talk to you. They help you psychologically. You don't have to go to a psychiatrist.
And we do it for free. So
You do it for free, yeah. And then to get my phone calls, a lot of times that I didn't know where else to turn, because I'm a widow recently, and they were there just to talk to me, and that helped. So, like I said, if they can help you, they sure help me. Because I didn't know about them praying over the letters before they send them out, and that was a big, big blessing right now for me to hear.
Well, good.
So.
Well, we know that you have some family in Clovis, and we live in Clovis, so anytime you come by, make sure you come over and
I want to.
see the grandkids and all that stuff.
Yes.
So.
I want to make sure that that you send me some pictures of the kids. I hear about them all the time when we talk. That made me feel good. When you talk.
And I'm not kidding. When you're in town, give us a call.
Okay.
That's where we live.
Yeah,
Stop by and
you.
say hi. We should
what
have
a
dinner or
blessing! You
something.
guys are your family. I told you before I didn't know you were going to record me, but I says I consider them family. And that's why I said when we've seen each other, we hug each other. But I just, if nothing else, I know that the Lord has brought them to me. So, thank you.
All right, well, one more hug. Thank you.
Blessings.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, those are a few of the people that we've worked with over the last few years. We could have included others, but we wanted to keep the video a little bit shorter. Now, we promised you that we would go over the top 5 ways to stop your property from being auctioned off for the back taxes, so that's what we'll do right now. Number 1 is call the county tax collector and see if they'll work out some sort of a payment plan for you. Now, just to warn you, or to be honest with you, it's not very likely that they will at this point in the game, but there's still a chance that they will. So give them a call. It's only a phone call. See if they'll work out a payment arrangement for you. Okay? Number 2.
You might think about borrowing money from friends or family. I realize that would be a little awkward possibly, or maybe even embarrassing, but it is an option that you have. So if you know someone who might have those kind of funds available, that they would be willing to make a personal loan to you, well, that might be something you could explore.
Other than a personal loan, we'll go to number 3, a bank loan. Now, obviously, you have to have some amount of credit. Your property does have to pass inspections and appraisals and stuff like that. But if you have enough time, it's worth exploring. Call a bank, see if you can get a loan. Just to warn you up front, probably the limiting factor will be how much time you have. Banks do require inspections and appraisals, so that may take more time than you have. But look into it. You never know. Number 4.
If none of those work for you, you may consider doing a joint venture with us. And the way that works is that we would become your partner in the property rather than making an outright purchase. And we would come in, pay the taxes, obviously, stop the sale from happening. If you need money to move with, we would advance you money that you need. It costs money to move. Then we would clean the property up if it needs that, get it in good marketable condition. We would list the property with a realtor and sell it, hopefully for a retail price rather than a wholesale price, which is what you're facing if you get a cash offer. Now, it does take several months for that to play out. That's not going to happen next week or next month. It takes several months for that to play out, but it probably puts more money in your pocket than any other option you have apart from just going down and paying the taxes yourself.
Now, if you do partner with us, generally speaking, we pay about 80% of the profit to you. So we get 20%, you get 80%. That's after all of our expenses are reimbursed to us. And it does take some time for that to play out, as my dad mentioned. So that is a good option for you. However, if you don't have that much time, or maybe you just don't want to partner with strangers, which is understandable, maybe you want to do number 5, which is just get a cash offer for your property in its current condition as is. And that's absolutely something that we can do for you. We work with extensive networks of investors throughout the whole state, and we usually can pay more than other cash buyers. So, in fact, we were talking about this while making this video. We were talking about, we only think we've lost one deal ever because someone else was willing to pay more. We've had many people tell us that we have paid more than everyone else. So we're going off of that feedback, and we believe it to be true. So anyway, there's other options as well. We just said that we'd go over the top 5, but there's other scenarios that may impact you in your specific situation. So here's what you need to do. On the letter that we sent you, as well as on this website, we have my dad's personal cell phone number. In case you can't find it, or in case you don't see it on the website, it is 559-298-2777. Again, 559-298-2777. It's his personal cell phone. Call him,
text him. He's been in real estate for a long time, and we've been doing specifically this tax defaulted properties in California niche for the last 6 or 7 years. So we know what we're talking about, we know what's possible, we know what's not. And even if we don't work out a deal with you directly, we'll help you get pointed in the right direction for your specific situation. So there's other options available that we know of that may apply to your situation. So give my dad a call or text him. We'll go over just a few questions, and in a short amount of time we can tell you what your most likely options are going to be. So the more time that we have, the more options are available to us, so don't waste any more time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Call us today. Do you have anything else?
Thanks for watching our video.
All right, hope to hear from you soon.